Hi ARK fans, welcome to ARK Invest Daily. Tonight we have last week tonight for you, in which we will try to summarize March 15th to March 19th week, what trades they made, what was up, what was down, any companies added or not. So yes, there was a new entry in ARKW, and in negatives, which is debatable. I don't know whether it's negative. I leave it up to you. There were 4 companies that were removed. So that's that. And we will also try to see which one of their funds is up or down to find out whether RK, RG, W, and Q, whether they were up this week or they were down this week. Please stay tuned. Please like and subscribe and support this new channel. And I'll see you on the other side.
Ready, set, let's go. It's gonna be
Welcome back, guys. In ARK summary, we always keep an eye on high-level numbers like market value and total number of companies that they are invested in. The market value at the end of Friday in the previous week was 49.2 billion. And by the way, I'm doing this video on Sunday night because they have changed the cadence of when they upload the data on their website. So Friday data is uploaded end of Sunday. So end of Sunday as in on EST at midnight. So I'm doing this video on Sunday night for you guys. So the market value is 49.2 billion end of Friday, and the week started at 50.2 billion though, and ended on 49.2 billion. And these are rounded up value, guys, so it could be slightly less or more than what I'm showing. So it's not that good, but it's not that bad either, because given the past few weeks have been really bad, 50.2 billion to 49.2, I would call is not that bad. In terms of number of companies, they got rid of 4 companies. They started the week with 265 companies that they were diversified in, and reduced it to at the end of the week they were only in 261 companies. We will find out which one those were in a bit. So also let's take a look quickly by ETFs. So ARK-K, which is their biggest ETF, ARK Innovation ETF, started the week with 24.4 billion and ended the week with 23.5 billion. Again, these are rounded up values and it could be slightly up or down, but ARK-K is down compared to the beginning of the week. So that's ARK-K. Genomics started with 9.8 billion and ended in 9.9 billion. So genomics is up, and I have to do a separate video in genomics, guys, featuring the stocks of genomics ETF. I'll try to do it next weekend. I was supposed to do it this weekend, but I got involved in something else. Sorry about that. But watch out for that. I'll definitely do it next weekend. Next is ARKW, which is their web next generation web fund. Started the week with 7.4 billion, ended the week with 7.3 billion, so down a little bit. Genomics is up, RK is down, and web is also down. Next is ARK Fintech. Started the week with 4.2 billion, ended the week with 4.2 billion, so maintaining that pretty much. Then ARKQ started with 3.4, ended in 3.42. So there were probably movements, but since I'm rounding up to 1 decimal in billion, it's not showing that much. So that's those funds. Israel and Print are too small to show any fluctuations. Both of them combined are 1 billion at the beginning of the week, and both of them combined are 1 billion at the end of the week. So not a lot of movement there, guys, in those. So that's how the picture looks by ETF. So make it total back again. This pie chart is not going to move much, guys, because of the diversification they have. It's kind of stays proportionate to each other, all these ETFs. So ARK-K Innovation Fund sits at 48%, which is almost half of the overall ETF. ARK-G Genomics is 20%, followed by Web 15%, followed by 9% is FinTech, and Robotics and Autonomous is 7%, Print and Israel. And then in thinking of all the companies, all the ETFs combined, we always keep an eye on top 5 companies, which is, and the top 4 out of those top 5 kind of stays the stable: Tesla, Teladoc, Square, and Roku. Number 5, we have seen some changes in past few weeks. It is Zillow at this point, but it used to be Baidu at like a month ago or so. It has dropped to number 8 now. Exact Science is also climbing up to 6, and Shopify to number 7. But let's take a little bit deeper insight into Baidu. As I hover over this bar chart, you will see more information about these companies. So when I hover over Baidu, you will see at the top that it is present in 3 ETFs: ARKW, ARKQ, and ARK-K. ARK-K being 73% of the overall position. Number of shares at the beginning of the week started with 4.24 million, ended in 4.22 million, and stock price going down from $264.30 to $257.50, and the market value is obviously a function of those two combined. starting with 1.12 billion, ending in 1.09 billion. And then we also keep an eye on some of our favorite companies that a lot of people are invested in. So let's see Palantir, which used to be at 35, it has dropped to 37 rank. Let's see what's going on there. It's present in two ETFs, ARKW and ARK. ARK holding the maximum 67%. Number of shares have dropped this week from 16.07 to 16.05 million. So not a big drop, but slight drop there. Stock price has also gone down from $26.90 to $24.30. And those two things together takes the market value from 0.43 billion to 0.39 billion. So that's Palantir. Let's go to DraftKings, which is generally at 55. Looks like it has climbed up to 53 ranking. So if I hover over that, you'll see that it is present in three different ETFs, ARKW, ARK, and ARKF. Total number of shares going up 3.78 million to 3.78 million. So it's not showing the difference because the difference is too small to be shown in the 2 decimal points of shares. But as you can see, the position is slightly higher at the end of the week compared to in the beginning of the week. Stock price has gone from $71.8 to $72. Market value has gone from, which is function of above 2, has gone from 0.27 billion, still at 0.27 billion, not a big change there at all, but it has ranked up to 53 position. Then let's go to Nano Dimensions, which is at rank 79. It is still in 70s, which is great. It at one point it fell in somewhere in 90s ranking of Nano Dimensions. So let's see what's going on there. So the shares have gone up from 17.08 million shares to 13.14 million shares at the end of the week. Stock price has gone down 11.3 to 10.2. And then market value, which is a function of those two, is 0.15 billion to 0.13 billion. So those are some of the companies that we try to keep an eye on. And then let's go to biggest moves of the week. Now these are the 4 companies that were removed completely. So first of all, let me tell you about biggest moves. We always take a look at biggest moves by 2 things. One is by percentage of shares, and we keep changing these thresholds on daily basis to make this more consumable. So only companies that will show up here are the ones that have at least 29% movement. Even if I increase it by 30, so 30% movement in their shares in past week. So these are the companies that have that movement. And we also take a look at biggest moves by dollar or market value, just because some of the companies, their share movement is not so much, but their stock price is so high that small movement in share causes big movement in the market value. So this, if we look at it these 2 ways, we hope to capture all the big moves. So now in shares movement, we have this company called Malum Team Limited, and 900% extra shares added there. So from 0.02 million shares to 0.22 million shares, ending the week in 0.22 million shares. So yeah, the actual value 196,000 shares added there. Pinduoduo, which is an agriculture company in China, ranking is 103, and its weightage in the whole fund is 0.17. So that's additional thing that I've added in these new charts, that you have ranking also mentioned right next to it, and also the weightage in the overall ETF. So just so that you have that context when you're looking at big moves, oh yeah, this company added 900% extra shares, but by the way, it is ranked as 198 in 261 companies they have. So still at a very tail end of their investment, guys. So keep that perspective in mind. It's present in Israel only. So as I'm hovering over this chart, you will see more information like trends of shares, stock price, and market value, and also which all ETFs are they present in. Pinduoduo is present in 2 ETFs, ARKW and ARKF, and the shares went up from 0.24 millions to 0.6 millions, which is extra 355,000 shares, 148% more compared to beginning of the week. Stock price went down, from $161 to $141.80. You can pause the video and take a look at the trends as I go over. Skills, another popular company, shares have climbed up to 5.35 million shares this week, and stock price has gone down to $25.70. Market value has climbed up because they bought more shares. Facebook, they continue to reduce. and the overall 30% is reduced. 148 shares have been removed. It's ranked as 97 in their overall. Skills is ranked 78, which is great. Out of 261 companies they are diversified in. Splunk, which they continue to keep reducing over and over and over. We've seen this company pop up in past 4 or 5 weeks. They continue to reduce. It's reduced again 73%, and 17,000 shares have been removed, and the ranking is down to the tail end of 244 rank. Hardly any weightage in the overall fund. It doesn't even come under 2 places of decimal. And then you have Verisk Analytics, which is reduced again. Verisk Analytics reduced by 86%, 15,000 shares. And it is the last company out of 261 companies. This is the last rank. And these are the 4 companies that are completely removed, guys. Rockwell Automation, Okta, Fleur Systems, and Alphabet Inc. Google, completely removed. So that's those are the 4. Now, in biggest moves by dollars or market value, so Genomics, 10x Genomics is the one that has gained the most. And number of shares in the beginning and the end of the week, you can see it's not a lot of difference there, but the market, so the stock price has climbed up, and hence the market value has climbed up. Twilio, they have bought more shares, even though market price is down, but their market value has climbed up compared to beginning of the week. Lending Club Corp. So I'm hovering over these bar charts, and you can take a look at what's happening with those companies as I hover over those. Silvergate Capital, Pinduoduo, C, Zillow, Okta, which is completely removed, by the way, Iovance Biotherapeutics, Twist Biosciences, got Roku Inc., Square Inc., and Tesla is the biggest one to take the hit. Rank 1, rank 3, rank 4. So 3 out of top 4 are the biggest, the ones that are hit the most this week. Tesla losing 222 million for ARK this week. The position has reduced just by a little bit from 5.45 million shares down to 5.43 million shares. And it's mainly because the stock price has taken a beating, and hence overall fund is down. So that's that. And then let's see the new companies. Well, it's not really a new company. It has always been there in ARK, but it's new to RW. PDD, Pinduoduo Inc., which is an agriculture sector company in China. So new position added there, 0.2 million shares and 35 million value at stock price of $141.80. So yeah, that's the weekly summary, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I shout out to Cathie for inspiring all of us to invest in growth companies. And that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. So the timing of upload of data has changed quite a bit, and hence these videos are not being produced on the same day and at right after 5 p.m. when the data is uploaded. Now it's uploaded at the end of the day on East Coast. So it's hard to do the videos on the same day, but I try to do it as soon as possible, guys. I would really appreciate your support. It takes a lot of time to go through the data and create these charts for you. So thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I'll see you tomorrow.